What is going on, guys? It is the BH Tribune Podcast, Edition 2. We have me and Zach here today. Say something, Zach.
What's up, people?
Alright, so we're going to do some bold off-season predictions today. Alright, so my first one is that Marshawn Lynch will leave Seattle. It's not a very bold prediction because he said he's basically done with the Hawks. If he doesn't leave, they're going to cut him. Simple as that. All right, Zach, what do you have?
All right, my first one is if Peyton Manning does not retire or take another substantial pay cut, the Broncos will cut him after this year. If they think Brock is the guy to replace Manning, or they like, there are a bunch of quarterbacks in this upcoming draft, if they like any of them, they need to move on from Peyton Manning. We've both seen his body is pretty much done with.
All right, so I have something to add to the Peyton Manning prediction, and it's one big prediction here, all right? First off, the Titans will be absolutely stupid and trade the number 1 pick. I can see that coming from a mile away. Second, Peyton Manning will join an ownership group to buy the Tennessee Titans in the offseason, so maybe we can actually have some stability. And third, Mike Mularkey will be fired by midseason next year.
We can only hope.
I can only hope. All right, Zach, what's your next one?
All right, my next one is, if the Carolina Panthers do win the Super Bowl, Josh will pull a Darrelle Revis and go mercenary mode. He'll go to the highest payer for the rest of his career. He'll have his ring, then it'll be all about one thing, money.
And who do you think that highest paying team would be this offseason, Zach?
Call me biased if you may, but he's going to the Oakland Raiders.
The Raiders, baby. All right, my next one, another dysfunctional franchise. We've talked about the Titans, we've talked about the Raiders. Now it's time to talk about the Browns. The Browns will take Jared Goff with the number 2 pick, and he will be the quarterback that breaks the mold of Tennessee bus. More than I can remember. They've gone through more quarterbacks than teenage girls go through guys in a year. What do you got, Zach?
My next one is the Colts will cut all the big free agent signings that I was drooling over last season, except for Frank Gore, Andre Johnson. He did not age gracefully at all this season. It was quite painful to watch. It was sad. Griff Whalen, a white slot receiver, was better than Andre Johnson this season. Trent Cole, he was basically the invisible man for most of the season. He might have had 1 or 2 decent games for a starter. And Todd Herman is one of the people responsible for Andrew Lex Williams looking like Swiss cheese.
All right, and I got an impromptu one. We didn't have this one written down, but I'm going to predict that Griff Whalen, the white slot receiver, takes his talents to where they will be used best, the New England Patriots. All right, my final bold prediction for this offseason. Jameis Winston, I had no respect for him in college, but I think next year he will be the best quarterback in the NFC South. Zach, what you got?
Okay, my final one is, next season, no matter how dysfunctional the Rams quarterback play is, Todd Gurley will emerge as the NFL's premier running back. We saw those first 5 games he played. That's probably the best 5-game stretch we have seen in a running back since Adrian Peterson's MVP season. And it will end with Todd Gurley ending a 10-year-plus playoff drought and taking the Rams back to the postseason in their first year in LA.
All right, there you have it. We had Zach Halston joining us today on the Subway Fresh Take Hotline. You heard all of our bold predictions here first. Stay tuned. We'll have more podcasts for you in future editions coming.
Stay frosty, people.
Adios.